everything. Rodecaster Pro 2.
Rodecaster Pro 2.
Oh, do you got headphones for me?
Yes, I do.
Pair that bitch.
Oh!
Okay, I am active on this hoe.
Okay, so now whatever you play there will be...
Double cross by neon pill. Yeah.
Man, come on.
There it goes. It's these floppy headphones. So
floppy headphones?
Yeah, they got, you see how they fold in, they flop, they go this way, they go that way. It's hard to get a hold of.
A floppy headphone.
Floppy headphone gang.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. What was that clipping? Why is it clipping? Did you hear the clipping? Or did I just hear the clipping? When I said, fucking America. Ooh.
It's like popping slightly. Yeah. Small pops.
Popping. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, your mic shouldn't pop.
No. Popping. Pop, pop, pop.
Maybe.
America?
Maybe it was just a cord.
Maybe. All right, well.
We'll figure it out.
If it pops during the... You heard it, right?
I heard it.
Damn.
You're going to get that popping shit, America.
That's just what's going to happen, because I don't know why we're popping today.
We can get popping like the 4th of July.
Well, fuck it. Let's pop it.
Willkommen and guten Tag.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Chibi.
My name is Rooster.
And this is the Puro Pinche podcast, a pop culture and politics podcast with the South Texas twist.
We are puro poppin'.
Puro in these pants.
Yeah.
Puro caffeinated.
And always distilled.
Let's go, people.
We're here.
That's right.
How's it going, listeners?
And you're ready.
I'm coming in hot.
Okay, why?
1 is hot.
It is hot.
It's hot outside.
It is a bit unbearable.
2.
It was so nice this morning, too.
It was gorgeous this morning.
What happened?
The heat hotted it.
The heat hotted it.
Yeah.
It's the sun that's here to kill us all.
And then it's like a bomb went off in the city.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because...
Did the Spurs do something I don't know about?
No.
Okay.
It is like traffic decided to get a drug problem.
Oh.
Because like San Antonio traffic is pretty bad when it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only bad for like an hour and a half. Like at 8 o'clock, 5 to 6:30.
Basically.
Basically.
And only in certain pockets, really.
Really. And I'm like the backstreet master. Put that on a t-shirt.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yes.
So I take the back streets well.
Uh-huh.
I know how to find them back streets.
You don't even GPS that shit.
Hells no.
Okay.
And on my way here, I had to hit like 9 to 10 different alternate routes of spaces that I know how to get here because there was just so much like construction or down to a single lane. And one fact, no matter what time of day it is San Antonians do not know how to drive.
No, never. I am fully convinced it's because half of them don't have a driver's license.
Probably.
And probably have never had a driver's license.
Probably.
So they just learned how to drive from their tío and, you know.
I do have a theory now that you mention it, because I feel like this is something I'd caught more here than in other places that I've lived is I feel like I know more people who got their license when they were 18.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't.
I feel like I'd know way more people. Whereas like, when I grew up in Central Texas, it was like 15. Well, most of the time kids were driving. Yeah. It was like you just show them like, hey, this is how you get from point A to point B.
I didn't even go to driver's ed. I just, learned. My parents taught me. My mother more than anything. Yeah. Taught me how to drive. And then I went and I took my test and I passed it. And I was like, boom.
Yeah.
Done.
You know how to drive a stick shift?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah. My dad was like training me for the end of the world.
I mean, I know the concepts of it and the theory of it. And in practice, it's always that first gear. Just can't get the timing right.
You're like, I don't want to give it too much gas.
And like I have stalled out through a green light a couple more than once. But so I'm convinced that San Antonians don't have a driver's license or I mean, we're the drunkest city in America. So, you know, there's plenty of people who are probably like, just going to take it slow because those bottomless mimosas were hitting.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's always 5 o'clock in San Antonio.
In San Antonio. That's kind of how it is.
So yeah, no, that got me hella pissed. I was like, I had to go down Cheddar Street. I had to go down all these weird wonky back ways. And thank God we just live in a city with like really long streets. Like Babcock goes on forever.
Oh yeah. Wurzbach's basically circles the whole city.
Yeah, so you can always take a back street to land on one of those really extra long roads that'll take you where you want to go.
Exactly.
So, but I really had to like go like the transporter style, and
because you're just anti-highway, or
the highway on the way here. At 5,
that's right. It's because it's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday. It would have been bad.
See, I only the second week that we have a 4-day work week, and already I'm like, today's the weekend. It's not. I'm so sorry, friend.
No, it's all good. It was my fault. I left the house. The other thing that's funny about San Antonio is everything is about 15 minutes away. Like your house to my house is like 15 minutes away when there's nothing.
Yes.
Like I can get to your house fast. Typically, though, because there is always something, it's more like a 25 to 35 minute drive. This time it took me an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit.
I'm so sorry.
No, I mean, you didn't make the traffic happen.
I didn't. But
it's your fucking fault, Ron Nurnberg.
God damn it. No, not Ron.
Give it to the new chick.
Yeah, it's Gina's fault.
Gina, god damn it. You just got here.
And it's already your fault.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's America's fault is what it is. So let's just dive into it.
So we like to kick off our shows with a little section we call Nope, You're Wrong.
That's right.
It's where we just have some random topics or thoughts that are, percolating and either have a debate or we come to an agreement and we take it to our congressman and they make it law.
That's how it happens in a perfect world.
So the first one I got.
You got one because I don't.
That one, actually, I'm going to come back to later. But here's my first one. San Antonio just got approval for a giant Ferris wheel that will be placed downtown, I believe in what was formerly known as Hemisphere Park, now is Civic Park.
Oh, wow. Okay,
like
I didn't
big
know about
as shit.
That.
Like it's supposed to be big.
Okay.
My Nope, You're Wrong is every city that has a population greater than 500,000 deserves to have a giant Ferris wheel downtown. I think that should be an American staple.
Damn. Okay. 500,000. That's a pretty low bar.
Give me some cities. Like, I think like Little Rock doesn't cross that bar.
Right. Let's see.
Because I'm sure like Cleveland does.
Most populated cities in America.
Because Dallas has one.
So,
if I'm not mistaken. Dallas, I'm pretty sure
what
has
order
one.
Are these in? What is wrong with you? So like Miami only has 440,000.
So they shouldn't get one.
So they shouldn't get one.
Yeah, sometimes.
Boston only 680.
Give them one.
Boston? Atlanta 520. Okay, yeah. Atlanta should have one.
They should have one.
They should absolutely see.
I'm surprised that's the population of Atlanta. But it's also that thing of like the
burbs.
Yeah.
740 for Seattle.
They should have
870 for San Francisco.
Make it happen.
700 for Washington, D.C. Las Vegas is only 640.
They could have one.
Okay.
Actually, I think they have one.
Do they?
Yeah. Because
they have the globe. No, the sphere.
The sphere. They do have that too. But I also think they have like these like scenic Ferris wheel things, kind of like the one in London. Like I'm all for it. I think I'm standing on business.
I'm really excited for it, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
I don't know how tall it's actually going to be. Right. But like me living over in the medical center, whenever I drive down Fredericksburg from here, I just see the whole city and it's so gorgeous. And I'd love to be like in the middle of it and see that. And so it's really pretty.
To that point, also there's we already have a scenic thing, and that's the Tower of Americas.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, we ain't going there.
No one goes up there.
And it's also because it's
no one that I know.
It's poorly placed because it's on this weird section of downtown where you're kind of looking at the downtown in a weird angle. So it's never really that great.
But isn't that kind of where this new Ferris wheel is going to be?
I think it'll be a little further in.
Okay.
Which makes like more sense.
Okay.
Like more central. But the actual best place for the best view downtown is there's two. There's a Hay Street Bridge, which is fantastic, and where I would argue they should put this Ferris wheel. And two is Moon's Daughter. It's this restaurant bar in the Thompson Hotel. If you ever want to just like be bougie people, when you're visiting San Antonio, if you really want like a nice restaurant / bar / gorgeous view with a whole rooftop bar situation, go to the Moon's Daughter. I think that's what it's called.
All right. You know what? I agree. I concur. I was looking at the list. Those that had less than 500,000 were like Raleigh.
Yeah.
You know,
they don't need one.
They don't need one, but we're going to have one. And,
you see the vision, though, right?
I see the vision.
Right.
It could be a thing.
Just make that an American institution. Once your city cracks 500,000.
Yeah. And I like the little 360 of it all, right? Versus like the tower where like if you want to see the other side, you literally have to walk around the whole building. Yeah.
You see the vision.
Come on, America. That's what we should be using our infrastructure money on.
Didn't the French invent Ferris wheels?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know the history of Ferris wheels, but I think we could take it.
Call Shaggy. Shaggy would know.
Right. Yeah. So that's my first note. You're wrong.
Okay. That's good. Okay. I still don't have one.
Okay.
I still don't have one. I'll
see if you're wrong. Number 2. I don't know if you saw the news.
I did.
But yeah, we did. Elon is saying that he is going to branch out and start a third party.
Okay.
And so I'm saying,
I have thoughts, but you're saying
no.
You're saying no.
We do not need a third party in the United States. As much as we hate the two-party system, it is a bad idea.
Okay, and why?
Because what's going to happen is Elon's going to bail on this fast. Like, demand has way too much ketamine.
Let's clarify. We don't need a third party in this. You're saying we don't need a third party in this country, or we don't need a third party spearheaded by Elon in this country?
Well, we have more than 3 parties, but we don't have
a third party,
right.
A viable third party.
Okay. So but I think this is where the problem really resides, is that it would take someone of his caliber
1,000%
to make a third party happen.
Yeah.
And that man does a lot of ketamine.
And, I'm watching 9 Perfect Strangers. Like, psychotherapy be a thing, and I'm not mad at it.
No.
So maybe the thing about Elon specifically, like, you're right. It would require someone with the kind of money that Elon has and the kind of notoriety, shall we say,
right,
that Elon has to actually make it successful. The fact that he takes a lot of ketamine does not worry me in the least.
I mean, when you have Trump as your president, it's like
the problem is that Elon is now synonymous with toxic. Right.
Because he is toxic.
Yeah. Well, very much so in certain ways. And so like that, you can just see it in Tesla, where like Tesla cars are a great idea. Fully electric. Let's stop relying on fossil fuels. They're beautifully designed, not, the truck thing, not withstanding. But now that is losing its market share because it's associated with Elon, and Elon kind of sucks.
Yes.
So in another timeline, and by that, I mean like 2 years ago, Elon would have been the man for the moment if that was going to happen. Sure. Now, probably not.
Yes.
And I was actually just listening to this other podcast that was talking about Elon, right? And the question isn't like, because Elon's doing the stuff, right? And whether you agree with it or not, he is like balls to the wall. We're going to Mars. We're doing,
that's the ketamine.
I'm having an empire of babies. Sure. Founder of PayPal and Tesla and, all these things, right? The question isn't like, what's wrong with Elon, or why is Elon the only one, but where did all the other quote unquote Elons go? Like, why don't we have more people like,
what do you mean, like billionaires who want to be politically active, or
people that, because here's the thing about him is like him or hate him, he doubles down on his ideas and he goes full throttle for them. Right.
I still hate him.
But regardless of what people think of him,
I don't give him credit for that, though. Because I know crackheads who do that.
But where are the other people in these kind of like positions to do it at scale that just like double down and go for it? Everyone's playing it so cautiously, right?
I don't know. And you got to be more specific. I think I know what you mean, but like you mean like Bill Gates? Like, what are you talking about?
But even Bill Gates is like doing what these days?
He's doing a lot of philanthropy.
Is he?
And he's trying to Bill Gates is funky. So I had this other thought in this same vein. All the tech bros really had an icon and a disservice to the entire Silicon Valley dude bro space when what's his name? Steve Jobs died because he is like their Mother Teresa.
Sure.
Right.
If Mother Teresa was an asshole.
I heard some things about MT. I'm just saying. All right. When you're feeding that many people, you're going to snap at some people from time to time. And you're hungry. It's hot. You know, and no disrespect to Mother Teresa.
Sure.
Like, shit. I have a bad day sometimes too. Still a saint.
But okay. I get what you're saying.
So I had this thought, and it was Steve Jobs is to these tech bros what Michael Jackson is. Bill Gates is like Prince, and Elon is like Madonna. And what I mean is great, but like you don't realize how weird the motherfucker is until everyone is rallying behind them to tell you how great they are. Like Madonna.
Well, yes, Madonna's been a little weird for a while.
Right. And so with Elon, to your point about him just sort of going head first into things, like I think it comes from this weird place of like he has so much money that he can do that. But I actually think he's starting to fuck around and find out.
Sure.
Because Tesla has lost a lot of money. I think SpaceX is in danger of losing a lot of money. And Twitter. I think he can. So have you heard the concept of fuck you money?
No.
Okay, so this is.
I mean, maybe.
Okay, so this is you hear it mostly in like the manosphere, which I like to poke my head in whenever I want.
You are a man.
Yeah. No, I poke my head in because know your enemies. And one of the big sort of rallying ideas is this concept of fuck you money. It's like you want to make fuck you money. So it's like it's not just I can pay my bills and blah blah blah. Fuck you money is like I have money where I can just say fuck you. I'm taking the family to Disney World. I'm buying the house. I'm buying the car. Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Elon thinks he is. So when he spent $44 billion of fuck you money on Twitter and then had that conference where when they were losing advertisers, he was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I think it was sort of like he thought that posturing was real. And then it turned out no, which is why he sold Twitter to his other company so that it didn't lose valuation as much.
Yeah.
But because it's like you fucked around and found out. And I think that's the other thing, too, is it's like with SpaceX and all, like they blow up rockets all the time.
Constantly.
And I do understand the scientific idea of like there is a value in that because that's experimentation. That's how you push the limits of things. And NASA and other sort of government funded things can't just be blowing shit up.
Yeah.
But that fuck you money gets real slim when everybody else is kind of like fuck you. And I think he's finding that out.
But how slim? I think that's the thing. He has the margins to have fuck you money going left and right. That doesn't mean I agree with what he's doing, but I'm just saying we need more people to just kind of do the damn thing, right? And in that sense of like let's look at like AOC and Bernie, you know, like,
are you running or not, girl? Let's go. Because I want to wear your shirt.
Yeah. Because it seems like a thing where it's like, if people would just fucking do it, right? Maybe you could.
Okay.
You know?
I think I see it more on a smaller scale. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, we need something to believe in. And like, again, whether you like Elon or not, he has people that believe in him. Right?
This might be a nope, you're wrong. But I feel like if a Democrat doesn't jump out and start campaigning, like, and says, I'm running for president, Elon potentially starting a third party could fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like, if he starts one before there's already a candidate who, to your point, is running on these ideas of like, here's something to believe in, here's Hope and Change Part 9. Yeah.
But his platform is all about essentially fiscal conservatism.
Well, he says it's American populism, but it's, so this is also kind of interesting because I've had this idea that what we're talking about kind of resonates with. It's this idea of we need to stop thinking of things in terms of left and right. We need to stop labeling things in terms of Democrat, Republican, and conservative and liberal. Okay. These are terrible, outdated, antiquated words. What we need to start viewing the divide, if you will, is it has to do with traditionalism versus progressivism. And so they're both okay in their utopian theories, right? The problem with traditionalism is it works really well on a small scale, but when you take it to a larger scale, it causes a fuckload of problems because traditionalism is all just about the fundamentals you live by, which is a giant asterisk that we can come back to. Fiscal conservatism, libertarianism type ideas.
Small government.
Right.
You know.
The problem with traditionalism, though, is whose traditions are they? Yeah. So when it gets bigger, it's where the conflict happens because it's like, nah, fuck you. Like, I don't want to be white Christian nationalist. Progressivism, however, works great on the big scale. It sucks on the small scale. And that's why we always have this small scale infighting, because progressivism is just sort of always thinking like, how do we make the society better? And it's not, it doesn't view government as like a force that's against you. It sees it as a tool to evolve and grow.
So what I'm hearing is we need traditionalism in our cities, counties, states, and we need progressivism in our nation.
Potentially, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Or I think both. I think the other idea is when you look at it like that, then you can also start doing things like cutting out the horrible elements of both. Like when you start to see like wild progressives who are just sort of like running for clout or, you know, activism, celebrity, you know, whatever the case may be.
I mean, you could call Andrew Yang a progressive because he wanted to give everybody $1,000 universal basic income. Yeah. And that was his big thing. And it didn't have the pull that he thought it was going to have.
Right. And the other primary ideas is when you sort of boil down our politics and American culture this way, then you can start having honest debate, which I think we completely lose now. Because if you think of it in terms of left, right, all they're going to be is like, fuck you, you left wing Marxist, you know, Castro piece of shit. Yeah. And if you're on the left, you're like, fuck you, you Jesus freak who wants to like, you know, own every woman's uterus.
I'm interested to see what this America Party's platform becomes, because I think that will dictate like who it's going to hurt more. Because that was the problem with what was Andrew Yang's party? He tried to start a third party.
It didn't work.
It didn't work because their platform was universal basic income and nothing else really, right? They didn't really take a stand on much else. And so it's hard to rally a movement behind that one cause, right? You really need a platform, not a cause, in order to form a party. Otherwise, you're just a candidate.
Right.
So interesting. Interesting. All right. I still have nothing. So let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Listeners, I really hope you're not hearing all the crackling that we're hearing right now in our headphones.
It's like Rice Krispie treats up in this bitch.
Because if you are, I am so sorry. It's driving me crazy. It's so hard to concentrate. Anywho, moving right along to
15 minutes of bullshit.
15 minutes of bullshit. Let's kick it off.
All right. You get.
Shut up. Because I haven't turned mine on. But yeah, here's what when we really talk about what's going on in terms of politics and the bullshit that is currently killing us. So first things first. Congress officially passed a $9 billion rescission what do we call rescission bill that cuts funding to foreign aid, lots of it, and public broadcasting. That means NPR, PBS, TPR, all the things distributed by corporations for public broadcasting. And so here we are.
This is bad. But I think they have been on the right side of getting in front of it. Because I feel like if you've been following NPR or TPR or CBS or PBS, they've already been like, hey, y'all see we're under attack. Yeah. Can you send us money, please?
Yeah.
So kudos to them.
Yeah. I forget if it's just NPR or if it's all of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, but only 1% of their budget comes from the federal government. But still, that 1% helps fund so much. And again, the people that are going to be most affected by this are the people in rural areas are, for lack of a better, to generalize a little bit, Republican voters. Was it Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski? One of them was like using an example of like that the day that they were voting on it, she got a notification on her phone being like earthquake XYZ
in Alaska.
And that came from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. And if they lose that kind of funding, these emergency notifications are potentially suffering. We're dealing with it here. We haven't actually mentioned it on the pod, but like the massive flooding that happened here in Central Texas, Kerr County specifically. It's one of the most devastating floods. It is the most devastating flood in at least 100 years here in Texas. And a big conversation around that is the emergency notification systems, whether or not they worked properly or with enough notice, and what else might be missing from these notification, these kind of like emergency notifications of like, do we just in certain areas that are prone to flooding need sirens because we're turning off our notifications on our phone, whatever the case may be. All that to say is bad.
Is bad.
That we're losing.
Is bad.
That kind of funding, or they're losing that kind of funding.
Some more bad news. Shit that's killing me. In Texas, the Texas Republicans are looking to redraw the congressional map and add as many as 5 new Republican seats. So they are redrawing these maps, more gerrymandering. And it's crazy because they're the ones who redrew that motherfucker 4 years ago.
And the claim that is being made is that these maps are racially drawn because the districts that they're looking to break up are districts that are predominantly black, predominantly brown, what we call majority minority districts. And they want to break those up, claiming that they are not constitutional because they're race segregated. The thing about this,
which we knew like last time, and which they argued wasn't
right. And there's still people arguing that it's not, that it, the way that they're divided doesn't actually have to do anything with race. It just happens that's the population of that area. The thing about it though, is that it's not a guaranteed win for Republicans if they do this, right? What they're trying to do is create more seats, but in that, the new districts that they draw may not be favorable to them.
I have heard that a bit.
The districts that end up being cut up, certain districts that may be safe seats for certain Republicans will now be contentious seats and not as safe. And that could mean that they end up losing some of those congressional seats. So it's a bit of a stretch. There's a lot of confusion as to whether or not it is the right move, and if it's the right move for who. But either way, fuck gerrymandering.
I just also want to get across to our dear listeners, like, this is the playbook time and time again. Republicans always fucking lose when it comes to their issues. Like, the only issues that have stuck at all, horribly enough, are illegal immigrants and trans people.
And abortion.
Yes, and abortion. And even that one, it really depends state by state. Because like in Ohio, they, immediately codified it. But that's what I mean is it's like in Ohio, they codified it like a woman's right to her own body and legalized abortion in that state. And then the Republicans over there are like, fuck that. We're going to overturn that. And we're going to make sure that doesn't fly. Yeah. And so again, it's this I really hope listeners understand that like that's the real danger is that the will of the people really isn't a thing.
It's being subverse. It's sub something.
It's a sub.
It's sub.
It is sub life.
And not in the kink way either. So we'll see how that plays out. I think,
this is bad.
It may not actually happen, right? It's still being contested whether or not they're allowed to. And then if it does happen,
I think they're allowed to, because it's like the opportunity comes every 4 years.
No, it's every 10 years.
Is it? I thought it was faster.
So that's why it's a hot topic, is that it's only been 5 years since these maps have been drawn. Right. And so it's like, well, it's not time to do them. You need special permission or something. I forget the specifics of it, but it's only something that's done every 10 years unless whatever.
And the reporting that came out that these districts that were drawn were racially biased came from Trump's Department of Justice, which in and of itself is sketchy because of how quick Texas just jumped on it. Like, you're right. And then so that they can immediately redraw it, but also that it's potentially a part of Trump's plan to prevent a blue wave next year, which I don't know how you feel. Maybe
because that is historically what we usually see is the party that's in power ends up losing in the midterms. That happens regularly. It doesn't always happen, but it happens regularly. And so they're trying to take steps to prevent that from happening by just trying to make more seats for themselves. Speaking of Trump's Department of Justice, they have absolutely enraged the MAGA world with the whole Epstein thing. The Epstein client list that was allegedly on Pam Bondi's desk, and she was debating whether or not to release it, now no longer exists,
right? According
to them. And it's a whole hoax. And
everyone's in a tizzy.
Everyone's in a fucking tizzy. Because a lot of the people that are now saying that it's not a thing, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, somebody else,
JD
Vance, were the ones that were saying it was a fucking thing for years. The cabal, deep state that benefited the Clintons is hiding the Epstein list, and now. Then they had the Epstein list, and now there is no Epstein list.
Well, no, now there's an Epstein list, but it's corrupted because it was from Biden and Obama.
And that's the latest plot development.
And the Clintons.
And then the MAGA base that loves conspiracy theories, right? They were absolutely
primed,
balls deep into this Epstein conspiracy theory, are now losing their shit because their guy is now, as I'm doing the hands, their guy is now saying the Epstein list, maybe not a thing, list so outdated. Who knew? And they're like, is he lying to us? And the rest of America is like, yeah. Welcome to our world.
What do you feel like is more likely? Well, because honestly, I don't believe there's a list. But I do believe what happened is flight logs, which carry names, exist.
Yes.
And then that somehow became
the list.
Yeah. And that's gotten lost in the sauce. It's like, because again, a flight log doesn't prove anything. It just means you flew there. And that's enough in the court of public opinion to get you fucked up.
I think
especially when Trump went like,
I think there's enough. I think there's enough evidence and data that can be used to, like you said, compile a list. I don't think he kept a list on a yellow legal notepad of all of his clients. Right.
Yeah.
And
CC everybody in this email. Party tonight? ? No.
And I think there are plenty of people, regardless of political affiliation, that may be shown to have partook in the Epstein life of luxury. Whether or not that means that they partook in pedophilia and this sex ring trafficking may or may not be provable.
Right.
But they were definitely in the circles. And I think that is enough by enough people on all sides of every aisle.
Right.
To just be like, let's just squash this.
Do you think
an American ain't happy?
Or do you think the other option, which has been floated out there, which is there's nothing, like even the flight logs potentially didn't really exist or have the names on the manifest as much. And it was all just so Trump can lie his way into victory.
I think there's something.
Okay.
And, you know, I don't think there's a list,
right.
But I think there's evidence, there's stuff, right? That has been
gathered. Writing it so hard a month ago? You know what I mean? Like that to me is the wild part about it.
Yeah.
Is all of them were balls to the wall about this.
Yes.
Up till like last week.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that. And then also, fuck Dan Bongino, whatever his name is.
I don't know that hoe.
So fuck him. He's Kash Patel's deputy.
Okay.
But he was this right-wing influencer dude who just had a podcast and was all on Trump's urethra. And he was big into like deep state conspiracy lies and type shit while selling Metamucil for muscle growth. It was fake.
Yeah.
And type shit, allegedly. So he gets this job at the FBI, and it's hilarious because there's this awesome Fox News interview where you can tell this guy is pissed that he has a job now. Because he's just there like, you guys don't understand. Like, I'm there like 7 o'clock. I'm there till like 8.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're the deputy director of the FBI for the United States of America, man.
What did you think?
Yeah, like, and he's like, I'm in an office.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you're not just behind a podcast desk from whatever bullshit hours or like on your phone tweeting dumb shit. Like, you got a job, bro.
That's hysterical.
But what's funny about him is like, now that there's this issue with Pam Bondi and like, is there a list or isn't there? He like left, like he got so mad they got in like a shouting match, and as it was reported, and like had to leave like early in the week to just get away from it all for like a mental health couple days. I just think he didn't want to go to work. I still think that's what it is. I think he was just like,
fuck those guys.
He's just like, man, I think he was looking for an excuse to leave.
Yeah.
So he can go back to his podcasting and then just lie. Yeah. Like, y'all won't believe what I saw in there. Like, you know, like, fuck you, man.
And what's hysterical to me is the way that, you know, MAGA world is twisting itself inside out to try and like still be like rationalize this in a way that doesn't demonize Trump in their eyes, right? The latest thing has been something along the lines of like, oh, what's happening is Trump is still our guy, but the deep state goes so deep that it got him. And now he has to do this because otherwise the deep state is going to take him out. And it's still the deep state's fault. And Trump is still immaculate. All right, that's enough bullshit. Let's get out of here.
In case you missed it, we'd like to just spend a couple minutes talking about other things in the news that aren't as depressing, or maybe they are, but I think it's a hodgepodge this time.
That's right. I moved some stuff around.
Cool. At the top, you got it.
Do I? If it's the Emmys, we're making that the mind of my big news.
Okay, so then I got it. So Fox News, in case you missed it, this is why in case you missed it is a thing.
Oh, you may have to reconnect since we had to turn it off.
Got you.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Cool.
Boom. Connecting.
There we go.
So on Fox News, I really spend time catching these things because I realize how much people don't.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to play this.
Play the clip.
And then you will talk. So this is Greg.
This is why
that's loud. This is Greg Gutfield, who's on one of Fox's biggest shows, The Five.
Gutfield.
Yes. And just hear what he says.
Okay.
Matter to us when you call us Nazis.
Hang on, here we go.
This is why the criticism doesn't matter to us when you call us Nazis, Nazi this, Nazi that. You know, I'm beginning to think they don't like us. You know what? I've said this before. We need to learn from the blacks. The way they were able to remove the power from the N-word by using it. So from now on, it's what up, my Nazi? Hey, what up, my Nazi? Hey, what's hanging, my Nazi?
Nazi, please.
Thank God you did a hard eye there. What does it tell you, though?
Thank God you did a hard eye there.
I am shooketh.
Ain't it though?
And this is like prime time?
Prime time Fox News. And now that's what they always do is Greg Gutfeld is a piece of shit. And I don't think I'm jumping out of any windows for that. But his whole thing is they talk politics on it's like The View.
Sure.
But it's like this weird, more men, like men on the panel situation.
Yes.
And he's, I don't know, like the Joy Behar of the group. Like he's just kind of there for like comedic relief and kind of knows some shit. But fuck that dude. And that's the kind of shit they're talking about. Shooketh. And I'm glad that we're talking about this because sometimes I really genuinely feel like these things don't get traction anymore because either we're too numb to it or the algorithms aren't pushing it or something.
Or we're not tuned into that world, right? Like I don't watch Fox News.
But he's arguably the big, I mean, imagine like how can you not get fired after that?
Right.
Like that's crazy. Like, you know what? We're just not going to be offended by calling Nazis and we're going to wear it proudly the way that black people, you know, like, come on.
Not even black people, the blacks.
He said that B like a hard R. It was crazy. So in case you missed it, Fox News is still Nazi ridden, apparently, and they're proud.
And they're proud of it.
So just BT dubs.
In other television news, in case you missed it, CBS has decided to cancel the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. They are citing a lost revenue, essentially. It costs way too much to put the show on, and the audience draw just isn't there. So the ad revenue isn't there. So they're losing money with every episode, even though The Late Show with Stephen Colbert is the #1 show in that time slot across all of the across all of the different, right? Because there's like Jimmy Kimmel and somebody else, right? Late Night, and I forget
what's
what else.
His name? The former dude from Saturday Night Live, not Jimmy Kimmel.
The argument that they're making is that Jimmy Fallon. There you go. The argument that they're making is that the late night time slot just isn't profitable, and so they're canceling programming. And it does make sense in a certain extent, right? People aren't watching TV live the way that they used to. And programs like these don't really lend themselves to streaming because they're so in the moment that like if you miss an episode, you're not really going to go back and watch it because like there's nothing older than yesterday's news. So, you know, it doesn't translate to streaming as well. The kicker here is there's other theories being floated around as to why it's being canceled.
Kick them.
One is that, well, as you may or may not know, Stephen Colbert is not the fondest of our current president.
What?
And Paramount, the parent company of CBS, recently settled a lawsuit for, what was it, something like $16 million over the 60-minute thing that happened during their interview with Kamala and lack of interview with Trump.
Because Trump said he didn't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And so Stephen was talking smack about their parent company and their settling over this. And then additionally, there's currently a merger happening between Paramount and Skydance.
Yes, it is.
And the owners of Skydance are historically Trump and proudly Trump supporters. And not just that, but in order for a merger of this size to happen, it needs the federal government's approval. And so they're just trying to curry favor with the president by being like, you know, this guy that has a pretty big platform and is always making fun of you, nix him. So that's the alternative theory.
You saw V for Vendetta, right?
Yes.
You remember when the talk show host got? It feels like that.
That's exactly what it feels like. Black bagged.
Yeah. If they could fire Stephen Colbert, like, we're all on the block.
You know, and it would be a more obvious move if they just fired Stephen Colbert, but they're canceling that entire show,
right?
And subsequent shows, because I think there's late night and late night right afterwards. Like, they're just cutting them all. And like, I guess again, the arguments that were put forward as to why it's
two things can be true.
Yeah, both can be true.
Yeah, and
so I think what's making it that much more conspicuous is the timing of it, where like the announcement came literally 3 days after Stephen Colbert called out Paramount for this settlement and acquisition.
Because like the
merger.
Daily Show, like I'll watch the Daily Show 2 days after an episode or 3 days after an episode. I think they have figured out the model, and John Oliver to a certain extent have found out how to have a talk show.
No, I think John Oliver is perfect because it's once a week.
Yeah.
And John Oliver's model isn't like he spends a third of the episode on what happened this past week, and the other 2/3 of the episode are here's something we should talk about that is just kind of generally going on, right?
Right.
So even if you miss it, you can still watch it because you know what? Guess what? Prison's still a thing,
right?
You know,
yeah.
And Daily Show is pure comedy.
Well,
so.
The other problem with late night talk shows is you have the premier reason why late night talk shows existed was so celebrities could come and talk. And that's everywhere now. Like anytime
they do podcast episodes.
Yeah, they do podcast episodes, or like the Superman movie that just came out. I forget the dude's name, Henry, whatever. I don't know that hoe. But he's like on, like they have those like screeners for all these like podcasts or like BuzzFeed or like all these little Hot Ones. You know, like Hot Ones is arguably one of the most successful talk shows that's out right now.
I don't even know what that is.
You
but okay.
do. You've seen it. It's the guy who does the hot wings when he interviews celebrities.
I absolutely have not seen that.
I don't know where you're at on the internet, bro. Our algorithms, like, I don't know.
So different.
This is like legit. Like, I might not be on this podcast next season. That's crazy. That's crazy. One, you got to know the ops.
Okay.
Because we're against them.
We are against them?
No, not really. We love them, but
yeah, exactly.
we're in the same arena. And so
we don't serve hot wings.
We're team PPP.
Okay.
Maybe we need hot wings. Maybe that's the point. But two, the show is awesome.
Okay.
So, but like, that's what he does. It's so this dude lines up like 10 wings and he'll have whoever, Idris Elba, whoever's having a moment.
Okay.
And sometimes even like just any like musicians and shit. And so it's like, there's the sauces and it goes from like least hot to like thermonuclear.
Yeah.
And you eat a wing. He asks you a question, and his questions are actually really good because he like does deep dive research. Like he's like, so Idris, when you were in this rap group in 6th grade, like what made you? And they're like, and then they're answering at the same time as they're sweating bullets. Like it's awesome, hot ones.
But it isn't a thing where like you can either answer the question or eat the wing.
No, you're eating the wings. Like you can tap out at any time.
Sure.
But like,
maybe we need to do a brisket version of this or something. Or a salsa version of it.
That'd be cool.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, we need to come up with a gimmick.
Kick some ideas.
We don't have a gimmick yet. And enough cameras.
But yeah, that's true. Hot Ones is like the talk show of now.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
For sure. And so like, you know, I don't even think David Letterman could be doing the late show the way it used to be run.
No, because watching live TV just doesn't exist anymore.
Well, what are you doing at 10:30 at night?
I'm not bed.
Yeah. Or I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
Or I'm putting on some comfort show.
Yeah.
I'm not like when we lived in an era without cell phones and
that's
Netflix,
how you would find out what's going on and all of that jazz. But now,
you come home late from wherever, from work, from just it's time you fire it up, you fall asleep to it.
Yeah.
But now, like
nothing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, yeah. The logics, but also the optics are opticking. So there's questions to be had.
Yeah.
Moving on, in case you missed it,
Grok is going to the DOJ.
Damn.
You know what Grok is?
I do know what Grok is.
Okay. You know what Grok is, but you don't know what Hot Ones is.
I listen to the news.
Oh
That's why I know what Grok is. I also know that Grok is a Nazi.
Grok is a Nazi. Mecha Hitler.
Mecha Hitler is a thing. But for the listeners that don't know, Grok is Twitter's version of AI chatbots.
Which we're seeing all over the place now. On Meta, you're seeing them on Google,
Llama,
Gemini. Yeah.
Anthropic's Claude. Yeah, everyone has one.
Yeah. And so Grok
but only some of them are good.
Yeah. I think, most of them are shit. But anywho, Grok is X's Twitter's version. And first, before we get to why this is bad, is
Grok is bad.
Grok as a multi-language learning model AI was doing fine, and people would ask him questions. And one of the things that was being brought to Elon's attention through retweets and etc. was Grok is woke. And it's because as these right-wing conservative, especially like on Twitter, like nut jobs would ask questions on Grok, like Grok would tell them facts and statistics and tell them the truth, or like this is what the science and evidence shows.
And not only that, but like most of these chatbots do have parameters to keep them from saying ridiculously outlandish and racist shit like Mecha Hitler.
So in an attempt, Elon, being the turbo genius he is, decided, hey, I'm gonna play with this because I think that's wrong. I don't know why it's just relying on mainstream media and science for information. So he tweaks with Grok, and then immediately Grok goes off the cliffside and just turns hella racist, starts detailing how to create a third Holocaust or something, and then dubs itself Mecha Hitler. Grok is now about to be implemented into the Department of Justice.
In what way, I would like to know?
I believe... So this is my theory, because the specifics I couldn't tell you. I'm not that person. But like, I'm starting to believe that, as similar to like when government began switching over to computers, like in the 80s and 90s, it became a question of like Apple, IBM, or Microsoft, Macintosh, whatever. And so I think this is sort of their kind of like the contemporary version of that. AI is everywhere. We need to
have
secure
some AI.
One, and it needs to be one that we're all in concert with. And I think that's the goal.
That's a strange one, considering the bromance fallout.
I did consider that too.
It's like, why would they?
Maybe that was like the fig leaf. Like, hey man, let's make Epstein go away.
Right. Because that tweet did get deleted.
It did. So maybe that was the thing where I'm not going to go after your SpaceX, and we'll make Grok a thing.
Okay.
But there's better AI.
We'll see how that plays out. Also, in case you missed it, if in more news that's going to make you feel terrible, maybe.
According to website Intel's, the top 10 most unhealthiest fast food chains list.
Unhealthiest.
Yes. At number 10, Chick-fil-A. Number 9, Little Caesars. Number 8, Smash Burger. I've never had them. 8, McDonald's. 7, Quiznos, which surprised me.
That does not surprise me, actually.
Really?
Okay.
Number 5 did not surprise me. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Number 4, Dairy Queen. Number 3, Taco Bell. Number 2, Sonic. And number 1, Wendy's.
Wow. I did not expect Wendy's to be that high up.
It's because once they found the Baconator to be the flagship burger, they baconated everything.
You know what? Shout out to Arby's for not making this list.
You would guess, right? One would guess.
Out of all of these, I eat at one of them.
Which?
Oh, wait, no, 2.
Sonic, right?
No, I don't actually like Sonic.
Oh.
My husband loves Sonic, but everything at Sonic, I'm like, that's just too heavy. That's just too greasy. That's just too, and
and apparently America agrees. That's why it's number 2.
Yeah. And I don't really, I do not like fast food hamburgers. Like if I want a hamburger, like I'm going to a hamburger place that's going to make it, that forms the patties. And
where do you go?
I mean, there's is it called Burger Company?
Oh yeah. The Old Fashioned Burger Company.
Old Fashioned Burger Company.
That's a good one.
Babes, is that another place?
Yeah, Babes is good.
So again, like I'm going to a place.
Have you been to Chester's? I think you still got a Chester's.
I don't think so.
Chester's is good.
But yeah, I'm going to go to a place that I'm going to have to wait 10, 15 minutes to get my burger.
They're grilling that.
Exactly. So I don't really do the burger places, but the ones that I do are Little Caesars and DQ.
How do you feel about Red Robin?
I've never eaten there.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't tell you.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Little Caesars we do a lot because it's convenient.
Yeah, it is. I eat a lot of Little Caesars.
DQ. I've come to enjoy their chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
In a pinch.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
I've come to enjoy the Belt Buster.
I've heard.
Yeah.
But
about me? Or?
No, of the belt.
It's like they've told me. Roost.
They've told you. They've told me you've busted a few belts. That's funny. Well, for those of you that do eat fast food,
yeah,
we don't really in this house. Also, in case you missed it,
fuck around and find out happened. All right. So we talked about it on the pod. I want to say 2 pods ago, but the supposed alleged demonically possessed doll Annabelle that is currently on a Devil on the Run tour visiting cities. The guy who was running it, named Dan Rivera, just died on July 13th. Cardiac situation, but mysterious enough.
That's
man.
Mysterious enough.
Yeah.
All right. She's out there.
She is, man. Don't play with that girl.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of playing, in case you missed it, there's a new game to gamble on in Vegas.
Vegas, Uno has hit or will hit.
Vegas does not have enough security guards to roll out Uno on their on their game floors.
The amount of violence, I predict.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And whose rules are we playing by?
Yeah. Also, I feel like I'm kind of over gambling so much. I feel like that's why they're doing it. I feel like gambling has reached this weird capitalistic threshold where now through sports betting and all this other shit, now it's trying to be flashy. It's guess now we got Uno. And it's bro, you just,
But also gambling in this economy?
That's what I'm saying. Actually, damn, that was something I was supposed to put on there as a nope, you're wrong. We'll come up to it later.
Sure.
Yeah. Anywho. But yeah, so, if you like Uno, go to Vegas.
Maybe go to Vegas. Who knows? That's going to be dangerous. I wouldn't go. At least until the rules are made public. All right. I need you to post those somewhere.
Post them hoes.
Alrighty then, and on to today's mighty big news. And it's been a lot of doom and gloom recently, and so I figured for today's mighty big news, we'll keep it a little more lighthearted, even though the conversation may get heated. We are talking about the Emmys, and maybe not. The nominations for the 2025 Emmys came out earlier this week on Tuesday, and the numbers are numbering and the people are peopling, and let's have a discussion.
Talk to me.
So first of all, streaming rules. That is the number one takeaway from the Emmys, because the networks, shall we call them, that took the most nominations were Apple Plus One, who doesn't have a channel at all. You can't watch Apple Plus unless you pay for it and stream it, right?
Straight up.
And HBO Max was the second one. So Severance came away with the most nominations with 27 nominations. Penguin, the miniseries, came away with 24. And third place, The Studio and White Lotus both walked away with 23 nominations. The Last of Us came out with 16. Andor and Hacks after that with 14. And then Adolescence, The Bear, and The Pit all with 13 nominations. So just looking at those numbers, how do you feel, Rooster?
I feel like we're in a weird space where prestige TV or prestige streaming is back. Those are some hitters. I haven't seen Severance, but anyone who I've ever spoken to,
amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing. And the fact that we had to, here's the thing with Severance. Okay,
tell me the thing.
Season 1 came out right before the writer's strike happened. And so then we had to wait an extremely, they hadn't written it yet, season 2. So we had to wait a really long time. And the cliffhanger at the end of season 1 was a cliffhanger and a half.
Damn.
Where you're like, what the fuck is going to happen? Right. And it does this really beautiful balance between sci-fi and like emotional drama, right? And so I think it deserves all the nominations that it got. I don't even know what 27 it got, but absolutely.
Good for them. Penguin, I think I've seen it. I like it. I can't get down. Like I'm not down with it. Like I don't want to live in that world, but it was good. Like from what I saw, I'm like, this is good. It's just not my jam.
Yeah.
White Lotus has obviously been tearing it up. I've heard good about the studio, and that's on my like I want to see some.
I haven't seen that either.
I think that's the one with Seth Rogen.
Is that
it? Might
yes,
be. Yeah.
It is.
Last of Us obviously very popular and good. According
so good. Wait, have you not seen it?
No. It's because Walking Dead did a number on me. I don't want to see any more post-apocalyptic shit for a bit. Like I really.
You haven't even seen season 1?
I saw 4 episodes or 4 or 5, and then it got just grim. And I mean, it is grim.
Yeah.
I got to the part where like the giant zombie mushroom came out for the first time.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. And that's where I was like, okay, cool. This is intense.
I'm about to start playing the video game because
yeah.
In a quick hit of dopamine, I finished Assassin's Creed Shadows in under 140 hours.
Nice.
But
you haven't seen Andor though, right?
No, but I've heard so many good things.
Here's the thing about Andor. It is a slow burn. And I know sometimes people use slow burn as like an excuse for like, just wait till it gets going. No, it's going. But the payoff is like, I think that's the thing is like when people say something's a slow burn, it's like setting up exposition for like something. No, it's all almost like emotional slow burn just so that like when you get to the payoff, you're like, the revolution is here.
Yeah.
Let's revolt.
I was listening to an interview with the director, creator. I think it's the same director throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
Writer, maybe. Talking about it, in the political context of today, right? And the question around like, is what's happening right now, motivating this series or, your view on things and whatnot. And actually he was like, no, it's really history.
Yeah.
Right. And that's fueling this. And unfortunately, history is cyclical. So like, just because we're seeing it now, this isn't. If it's reflective of our times, it's because it's reflective of times that have come before. Right. And for some reason, we don't learn from history.
Yeah. And then I loved Adolescence. I thought that was
I still haven't seen it. Still haven't seen it.
Hard.
Shout out to...
and The Pit. I Ride for the Pit. We covered that.
Yes, we have covered that on. So the nominations for Best Drama Series. Oh, wait a second. Alexa, tell Roomba to go home.
I'll tell Charles to end its cleaning job and return home.
Thank you. So the nominations for Best Drama Series are Andor, The Diplomat, The Last of Us, Paradise, The Pit, Severance, Slow Horses, and White Lotus.
And Slow Horses, I heard, was good too.
All of these have been
this is like back when it was like Mad Men, Breaking Bad, like because that was like allegedly Game of Thrones was still kicking or was like in its early stages. What else did you have around that time? Walking Dead was stronger back then. So I think we're there. Like I think
TV is back.
Yeah.
And not just TV, but also the limited series.
Yeah.
Like anytime I see something.
Department Q, I just saw that. I fucking ride for Department Q.
Good to know. Anytime I see something when I'm scrolling that says limited series, I'm like, oh, we are putting this on our list. Because that means they are all in this one season. And also that means that like when the season's done, I don't have to wait 2 years to see the next one.
No, for sure. Or even like there's offshoot shows. Like, did you ever watch Sandman or did you ever read that comic?
Oh yeah, we started season 1 and
it's sick. Like it's so good, but I mean it's droll. It's the most emo droll thing you'll watch. But if that's your jam, it's gonna go.
Yeah.
And so I was into it, and it's so gorgeous and shot so well, and some of the like acting and the stories, I'm like, holy shit. But even that one is like one that people are just like, meh. And it's still like a heavy hitter. So like, I guess that's what I'm saying. It's like, television is
back. Now, Best Comedy Series is Abbott Elementary, The Bear, Hacks, Nobody Wants This, Only Murders in the Building, Shrinking, The Studio.
Not comedy.
We have covered that The Bear is not comedy. And especially this last season, I've been watching, I'm like, I don't laugh. I do not laugh during the show. Every once in a while, maybe I chuckle, but she ain't a comedy. And yet here we are. Here we are. And What We Do in the Shadows was the other one.
I think they should win. I love that show.
What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah, it's hysterical. Best Limited or Anthology Series, Adolescence, Black Mirror, Dying for Sex, Monsters, The Lyle and Eric Menendez Story, good. And The Penguin.
Yeah, that Lyle and Eric Menendez show was banger. So yeah, those are all hitters.
I'm gonna skip some of these. Oh, speaking of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, only one of 3 Best Talk Series nominated: Late Show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, and The Daily Show. So, like, what are you doing, America? There are some noteworthy. Okay, let's look at this real quick. Best Actor in a Drama Series: Sterling K. Brown in Paradise.
Give it to him.
Gary Oldman in Slow Horses.
Give it to him.
Pedro Pascal in The Last of Us.
Okay.
Adam Scott in Severance.
Heard.
And Noah Weil in The Pit.
Give it to him.
Like this is a stacked category. Best.
If Noah Wiley wins,
is it Wiley?
I think that's what I remember.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
If Noah Wiley
always
wins,
welcome on the pod.
Always welcome on the pod, Noah. I think America deserves a day off.
Okay.
Afterwards, because it's like he has been in the game for so long, and career kind of disappeared. He was in like, it's almost like a Brendan Fraser situation, but not as bad. Because Brandon went through some shit. Brandon went through hell, but kind of similar where it was like, hey, that guy's cool. He's a good actor, and then he couldn't. Unlike Brendan, who had like the movie star fame, like Noah was just kind of ER forever, and so then he kind of did bad movies and
kind of went away.
But he's back. And he's stolen our hearts again.
Yeah, and he had a heavy hand in producing The Pit.
Yeah, he did,
and it's exceptional, absolutely exceptional. Best Actress in a Drama Series: Kathy Bates for Matlock, which shout out for being the oldest person to ever have this nomination.
Okay. Kathy Bates, gang.
77.
All right, for Kathy
out there.
She been here.
Sharon Horgan in Bad Sisters, Britt Lauer in Severance, Bella Ramsey in The Last of Us, and Kerry Russell in The Diplomat. Best Supporting Actor in a Drama Series: Zach Cherry for Severance, Walton Goggins for The White Lotus, Jason Isaacs for The White Lotus, James Marsden for Paradise, Sam Rockwell for The White Lotus, Trammell Tillman for Severance, and John Turturro. You haven't seen the latest season of White Lotus. Have you seen any of The White Lotus? Actually,
it's on the list.
They are.
There's
fantastic.
So much.
They're fantastic.
I watch a lot of media, and there's still so much media.
Yeah. Well, you also rewatch a lot of media.
I do.
To be fair.
No, that's true.
I don't.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
But Sam Rockwell, I'm sure you heard of The Monologue.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. And really, like,
But Sam Rockwell's been a genius. He's I think a younger generation's Gary Oldman.
Sure,
and I don't even think that's a stretch.
But I think he's definitely underrated. Like,
1,000%.
He is not given the like shine and prestige that he deserves for all of the work that he has done and how he approaches the work and like what he does for each character. Like, he has been out here forever.
He fell behind Joaquin Phoenix hard, and I think Joaquin kind of got those roles that Sam could have killed.
Yeah, that makes sense. So. I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping for Sam. Let me see. Are any of these worth talking about? Obviously, Best Actor in a Limited or Series: Colin Farrell in The Penguin, Stephen Graham in Adolescence, Jake Gyllenhaal in Presumed Innocence, Brian Tyree Henry in Dope Thief, and Cooper Cock in Monsters.
And there's still other shows that like are around. Like, what's that one show about the soccer players in England, and it's the comedy?
Oh, Ted Lasso.
Like, I know they're not on right now, but like that's what I mean. Prestige streaming television is just here, man.
I did have
there's The Morning Show I know people liked, and that's not even out here. Did X-Men 97 get nominated? Because that shit.
Let's actually check. Is there an animated series?
I don't know.
Is that a category? Best actress, supporting actor. Also, speaking of supporting actor, shout out to Owen Cooper from Adolescence for now being the youngest person to ever have
that. Kid smoked it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Better than what was his name? Joel whatever from
Sixth Sense.
From Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Best writing, directing. There is no animated thing.
I think X-Men 97 should have just been nominated for like
something.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah.
And when you consider the degree of difficulty, like, god damn, bringing back an old cartoon that like it had its burn, but it wasn't anything prestige. But they made that shit prestige, bro.
Yeah, it elevated.
Oh yeah,
1000%. But let's talk about the snubs a little bit. The Squid Game, nowhere to be found. Absolutely nowhere to be found.
We apologize, Korea.
But the season that's currently airing, the newest one, will be eligible for next year's.
Got it.
So we'll see if anything happens there. Handmaid's Tale, nowhere to be found.
I feel like people are off it a little bit because we're living it.
Well, I feel like people need to pay more attention, is what I'm saying. It only scored one nomination for Cherry Jones's guest role, leaving out the rest of the acclaimed cast, including Star Moss, who could have scored a directing nod, but didn't. Yellow Jackets also landed 10 nominations in its first two seasons.
Yellow Jackets is another one that it's saved that I've been meaning to watch.
Well, I haven't been able to watch it. And maybe the situation's been the same for you because it's Showtime, I think, or Stars.
It's on Netflix right now.
Well, now it's on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't, right? So I'd heard so much about it, but couldn't go around it. But season 3, 0 nominations. John Hamm didn't make it Mac. His first starring role in since Mad Men in Your Friends and Neighbors. Not here at all. Other surprising omissions from the acting categories included Andor star Diego Luna, not nominated.
You know what? I'm not mad at that. When you say the other people who were, I think Papa Skarsgård, I forget his first name.
Papa Skarsgård.
Yeah, the dad. He kills it. I think some of the
which one is Papa Skarsgård?
You saw Dune, right?
Yeah.
He was the big bulbous villainous.
Oh,
guy.
Okay, yeah.
But he's had a long career.
Yeah. He's Skarsgård's father?
He's the King Skarsgård.
Wow.
Of all the Skarsgårds. Because there's like 5 of them.
Yes, now there are.
Yeah.
I see.
He's Papa Skarsgård.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
But he kills it in that show.
Okay, great. Did he get nominated? Did I say his name?
No.
Damn. So there's another one. Selena Gomez, not present. Allison Janney, also not nominated for The Diplomat. Eddie Redmayne, not there. None of these scenes. There's a handful of White Lotus actors that were not nominated, including Patrick Schwarzenegger, Sam Nivola, Michelle Monaghan, and Leslie Bibb. So, meh.
We salute y'all though.
Oh, wait a second. In terms of specific categories, all of them always welcome on the pod. In terms of specific categories, the Talk Series categories reduction to only 3 nominations left out hopefuls like Late Night with Seth Meyers and Hot Ones, not nominated.
Bitches.
What happened? I thought you were said it was.
I swear you know why they don't like. No. You know why they don't like Hot Ones? Because is it streaming or is it a internet show? Like that's because no one watches Hot One. I didn't even if Hot Ones is on television, I don't know
where you can find it.
Yeah, like
so what you just watch it on YouTube?
Yeah,
okay,
it's on YouTube and like everyone share. This is why I'm so surprised you don't know what it is. A lot of people share like Hot Ones clips because they're hilarious. It's like, oh my god, look at Lupita Nyong'o like crying because it's so hot. Like
these things happen.
Yeah,
these things happen. That's funny. Outside of all that, I don't know if there's anything else, but yeah, it's just a whole lot of this. That's hysterical. Best guest actor in a comedy series. There's John Bernthal in The Bear, and then Bryan Cranston in The Studio, Dave Franco in The Studio, Ron Howard in The Studio, Anthony Mackie in The Studio, Martin Scorsese in The Studio.
That seems like cheating.
So
like they got to tip the scales.
They did.
But I feel like Curb Your Enthusiasm used to get away with that.
That's right.
Because they would always have these like one-time celebrity cameos.
And everyone was there.
Yeah. And it would just kill. Yeah. And it makes sense.
So, all right. So that's the Emmys for you. I forget when they air. Next year, maybe?
Yeah.
I guess.
If there's a country.
If there's still a country. But we're looking forward to it. Watch more TV. Maybe watch good TV. Is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Let us know who you think is going to win. Who do you think is going to win? I think
it's going to be Severance's year. I think because I don't think it won a whole lot for season 1.
I don't remember,
but I think it's kind of got that juice now. Yeah.
Let's see what campaigning for it looks like.
Before we leave, we like to hit y'all with a quick hit of dopamine. Anything in the news, because sometimes the news is bad.
Sometimes it's bad. Drugs are bad.
So we like to just say things that are uplifting us that we saw. And for me, fucking dropped me. They dropped it.
What did they drop?
They SD5.
SD5?
No, ST5.
ST5.
Stranger Things.
Oh, Stranger Things. Yes. Coming soon.
Finally. You want to talk about a break. Shit. We're going on these.
That's right. These kids have kids of their own now.
These kids are fucking grown. And they're still pretending like they're 10.
Did you know one of them has a band? Is a rock star?
Oh, is that damn, was it Steve? But I forget his name. Keery something?
Steve, I think Steve. Yeah. He's the main one. Yeah. The main one has actually a really successful band.
Yeah.
Out there. And like I've heard the songs and I didn't even know it was him. And it's like, oh, that's his band. What the fuck? Okay. These kids.
Joe Keery is his name.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay. Not Steve.
No. Steve is the character.
Oh.
Yeah, Steve is the character, and yes, he is in a band. I forget which one though. Let me see.
Let's look it up real quick so we're not lying.
It is Post Animal.
Maybe that might be.
Oh no, Joe. I think DJO. I think. This is compelling listeners. Sorry. We just went on a joke, Keery.
Anywho, but Stranger Thing, and it's coming out
November. They're splitting
Thanksgiving.
It up. Yeah, so there's a November one, and then like I believe New Year's. And so don't look for me.
I will be watching this closer to when the second one comes out.
Were you a big Stranger Things head?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, I need to go back and rewatch them if we're being completely honest. Like, because it's been so long and it's like I kind of sort of
rewatch.
No, I really don't rewatch. So like, I need to catch up and refamiliarize. Like I know who the kids are. But at this point, I'm like, there was a giant monster. There were little monsters. There was rock and roll played a key. You know, like, and I forget in what order these happen. So yeah, they're out there. But also, quick hit of dopamine. There was a more than 500% surge in Google searches for dog adoptions near me, thanks solely to the new Superman movie and its brilliant what is the word
thespian
when it just outshines, came out of nowhere and just stole the scene. Character Crypto, the dog.
Yeah.
And so
because it was all CGI, right?
I think so. Yeah. He was the best thing about that movie.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We went Wednesday night.
I take that.
We did go
into
Wednesday.
Yeah. If that's how you feel, then nice.
You know, it was good. It was good. You know, like it had good moments, good portrayals. I've never seen a Superman movie. So
you didn't watch Batman vs Superman?
No, hell
really?
No.
Wow.
No.
What's interesting is I think you might really be into some of those.
Maybe, but
anyhow.
Superman was never my thing.
Yeah, mine either.
But after that, Google searches skyrocketed for people trying to find adoption places and adopt dogs. In the first 10 days after the movie came out, there were more than 450 adoptions that happened. And Warner Brothers Studio, the company that put out Superman, collaborated with American Best Friend Animal Society or something like that to cover the adoption fees for these.
Shout out to that.
You know, these things that warm your heart. Like if you don't have a dog in your life, you're a terrible human being.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you're just busy and
or you have really bad allergies.
That too. Yeah. And just can't afford to do that.
No, shout out to the dog and pet owners.
That's right. Taking care of these things.
And have you seen Carla Cordero's Instagram? How she like feeds like crows and like low-key kind of trains them?
No.
or grackles or something. Yeah, I think they're crows.
Okay,
it's awesome. Shout out to Carla for that. Yeah, she's like, I'm giving that. And now because like there's that thing about like crows will, because they're like apparently really smart. They'll like bring you trinkets.
Yes, shiny things.
Yeah, and apparently that's what goes down. So I don't know if she's still doing that, but I did see that for a minute. Like
always welcome on the pod.
Yeah,
actually, we just got my husband a new toy, a metal melting kit.
Oh,
and so he was talking about like I need to get my own crow, and that way this crow is going to bring me all of the aluminum in the world.
Yeah,
and we're going to melt it down, and we're going to be rich.
Hell yeah,
in aluminum.
Yeah,
but get yourself a crow.
Get yourself a crow.
Well, that about does it for us here at the Puro Pinche podcast. And as usual, we like to go out with some sort of like motivational message, uplifting message and whatnot. I'm seeing Rooster with the pensive eyes over there. So
I think I got it.
You think you got it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you go first then.
My motivational message is stretch your wings.
Ooh.
Okay.
Speaking of crows.
Right? Just kind of fit. I know sometimes it's like push yourself, do the thing, right? But not just that. Now, y'all, if you're at the point of your career, like that's not your career, the thing that you like doing, the leather work,
whatever most excites you these days.
Yeah. Stretch your wings, go a little bit further, get deeper into it. I was watching this thing, and it's something that I'm personally going through too, because my new book is just about done.
Yeah.
And I had to kind of sit there with it a bit and go deeper. But it was this, and it's been fantastic to do because I love the creative process. And it kind of returned me to this place of like not looking at working on work for the point of completion and just like, I don't know, the artifice of skill, like you kind of do things like your leather work, for instance, like you're progressively getting better and better at it the more you do it. And now, and a big part of like leather working for you that I see in your work is like, let me add these like flashes of flair and technical things that take more time and more dedication to. And that's fantastic. And I guess that's what I'm saying is like, when you get to a point where that just becomes your like plateau, because you just do it all the time now, go bigger,
be a student of life. Damn it.
Stretch your wings,
go learn something. Learn you something. I like that. Well, I just stretched and got myself a leather sewing machine.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's stretching your wings.
It's about to go down, people. Leather coming at you. Well, my motivational message for the week is brought to you by the Five of Cups.
Okay.
And the Five of Cups encourages us to acknowledge loss and grief and disappointment because it's real and we're living in it. But do not ignore what still remains, right? For as much despair as we may be seeing, as much as sometimes this pod can be a bit doom and gloom, there is still good around, and we can't lose sight of that. We can't live in the nothing. And if you look at the Five of Cups, it's usually a card that's depicted by somebody, and there's 3 cups strewn on the floor, and they're looking at it, but they don't see the 2 cups that haven't fallen down behind them, right? So take a look around. Sometimes we're so focused on the bad that we forget that there is still good around us, and that good can help us make better of the bad.
Totes.
I think that was poetic or something.
Something. Well, that does it for us, y'all. But we appreciate y'all rocking with us. If you heard anything you like or don't like, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out to us. Where can they find you, Chibi?
You know, you can always find me on the Instagrams at Gemini's, GEMINEYES. Or if you want to find out about other shows happening in the Gemini's Productions world, because there's now 6 of them, you can go to Gemini's Productions on Instagram or Twitter or GeminisProductions.com. And you can also get merch to support the podcast by going to PuroPinchePod.com/pod. What about you, Rooster, if people want to get a hold of you?
I don't want to be found this week.
No? You're going to be MIA?
Yeah.
Going to be watching The White Lotus?
Yeah.
You know,
Yellow
The Last
Jackets,
of Us, Yellow Jackets. Just hibernating in your new look.
That's it.
In the new
fresh
beard.
face.
And you know what, folks? If you like this podcast, it would really help us if you liked, subscribed, rated, reviewed, anything to help us get the word out. Have more people. Rooster was just asking, has our viewership grown? Are there more of you out there listening? Have we amassed an army of sluts yet?
Let's find out.
Is there more than 37 of you?
Maybe.
We want to, all right? We really want to get to like 62.
Yeah, that's a good round number.
Sounds like a nice number.
Solid. Tight.
Divisible by 2.
Yeah.
Among nothing else. That's actually but yeah, help us get the word out, people. Drop a comment, leave a message, let us know how you feel. Anything that we missed, you should talk about next time.
Take care out there.
Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe out there. Bye.